I honestly think like whatever you put out, if you're not a little scared, I don't know if it's as honest as it needs to be. You know what I'm saying?
See, I didn't know that. Like, how can I say? Now that I'm like really getting to know myself more, and I'm like so scared a lot now.
Yeah.
Because it's like such a vulnerable place.
Yeah.
I didn't really realize that. I think before I was just sharing. Say us guys, do you mean men in general, or?
Yeah. It's kind of strange because I was just thinking about this I was thinking about this in the shower the other day. And so it's a weird connection because like first, if you want to get like technical, like you learn about the woman from your mom as a man. You know, like you like that's probably the first woman you see naked. Not even like in a sexual way, but like you learn about the anatomy of the woman from them. You like for me, I remember there's a specific story. I think we're just gonna roll into it.
Okay.
Like there was a specific story when I was a kid. You want to see how you look?
Sure. My hair is so big. Wow. I love it.
You like that?
Yes.
I ain't gonna get it right. I think you're it's a lot of light going on.
It looks fine to me.
Yeah, it does look good. But we'll get it right in post.
Okay.
But yeah, so like I remember there was this one story when like women teach you about nurturing. Well, most of them do. I mean, not all of them. And not to say it can't come from men also. But like I think women like champion that like naturally. And so like I was a kid, one time I was messing with my mom and we just like going back, playing around, calling each other names and stuff. And I was like, and I think she was pregnant with my brother, my younger brother. And I was like, fatso. And then she was like, and I saw her like her countenance change and I knew, like as a kid I didn't know, you know, I was like really young and I knew there was a change, there was a shift in energy, you know, with us playing. And she was like, you don't say that to like another woman or like it hurt my feelings.
Wow.
And then that's how you learn.
Even though you guys were calling each other names?
Yeah. Aww. And then that's how I learned how like, words affect people in a different way. So it was like that lesson came from like a woman. So I just think there's a certain attachment with men and their mom because of like those kind of lessons and stuff. You know, how's your parents' situation? Are your parents still together?
Okay, so we're public. Live.
We're live right now.
Okay.
First of all, hold on. Is there anything off limits?
No. I'm just trying to think. No, I have nothing off limits.
Okay.
But I have to, I guess,
be aware
of how maybe even if my parents see this, they might see, I don't know, hi mom and dad, how they'll take it. But I'm just, So my parents are still together.
Okay.
Yes, they're still together. They live in San Diego.
Okay.
Chula Vista, California, to be exact.
Is that like the closest city to Mexico? No?
Very close, yeah. Like you can see Mexico from like a freeway really close to my house.
Dang.
It's crazy. But yeah, I'm right near the border to TJ. And yeah, they're still together. My mom's Japanese and my dad is Black American. They've been together for like maybe 34 years.
That's a long time. That's like more than my lifetime.
Very long, yeah. A very long time. Yes.
So, like, how's it done? How's it for the women? Like, because like guys, it's like, it's typical for them to be close to their moms. Like, how's it like are you closer to your dad? Or like, where do you get like a lot of like your life lessons on who you are as a person, I guess?
Yeah. So I feel like I'm pretty close with my mom.
Okay.
I grew up with my dad in the military. He was in the Navy.
Oh.
And I guess my mom decided that we were not going to move with my dad when he was stationed in other places.
She wanted that anchor. Like she just wanted it in one place. Why is she just wasn't up to moving and stuff?
Well, so my mom is, like I said, she's Japanese, and she's very set on like, I need to be in an environment where there are Japanese people. And my mom is also Buddhist. She practices the Japanese form of Buddhism. And so she also wants to be in an area that has a good amount of, I guess, Buddhist people.
Yeah.
And so that was really important for her, and being around a Japanese market. There are certain states and, places that don't have that. Yeah. And she really wanted that. So I think that's why she made that decision. There might be more to it, but for now I know that that's why we never moved.
That's funny, because when we were just talking, you was like, wherever I move, I just need to be around.
Yeah, I guess I'm like my mom. I'm my mother's daughter.
Yeah. So your dad was stationed in different places a lot growing up, or what?
Yeah, like I remember receiving postcards from him.
Really?
Yeah, and writing to him.
He was like your pen pal?
Kind of, yeah.
Dang, that's crazy.
But it's weird. It kind of makes me emotional. Like we didn't talk that much. So I feel like I didn't start developing a relationship with him until like the end of my high school years, like senior year. Yeah, we started like getting to know each other basically. Yeah, it's really interesting.
Did you think he feels the same way? Do you think he has any regrets in that, or I mean, you can't speak for him.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm sure you can feel it.
Yeah, I think so. But I also think about how like being a parent, like you just have to. Sometimes, you have to make a living for your family. Yeah. And so that was a sacrifice he made.
Yeah. So did you understand that, like, growing up, or did you just
I didn't. No, I think as a little girl, it was just something I accepted. And I don't think I really thought so much with the way I just said it was.
Yeah.
I think it was more so like that's what he was doing.
Yeah.
But now I realize it.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of appreciation, and I think less, what's the word? Like, I think before I felt a little abandoned, and now I look at it way differently.
From a different
lens. Like I'm really starting to see my parents as individuals now, and not just mom and dad, or not authoritative figures, but like
guidance counselors.
Yeah. And I think too, maybe I had a sense of entitlement. Does that make sense?
To a father, or like just like
he's my father, so or this is my mom, so they should do this, and this.
But I don't think that's even entitlement. Like I don't think you're in the wrong
position.
there.
Yeah.
Like That's absolutely true. You should have a father in your life. You should have.
Yeah, which I did, but I think too, like you grow up with media,
Yeah.
and you think people have to
on
be a
TV.
certain way
Yeah.
in order to be like a harmonious family or something like that.
What did you watch when you was a kid? Like, what kind of shows? What were your joints?
I watched Doug, Nickelodeon.
Patty.
I loved that show. Yeah.
Man.
I used to
Doug
love
taught me
Doug.
about crushes, man.
Oh yeah, that was such a great show.
I forgot all about that show, man. His green sweater and Skeeter.
Yeah.
Dang.
I loved Doug. I liked was it Daria?
Daria.
She always reminded me of my mom's best friend.
Really?
Yeah, like very like showing not a lot of emotions.
Yeah, she's very stoic.
Yeah, stoic.
Yeah.
Daria. I loved music television, MTV, BET, anything like on there, like behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah. Remember, like, making the video?
Yes.
They need to bring that stuff back.
I
honestly.
love stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think that's why I love, again, like we were talking about Questlove Supreme's show.
Yeah.
I always love
Just like
behind the scenes, like how things
Yeah.
were created,
Yeah.
who are people that are in the front lines, like
Yeah.
who was all involved. I love getting to know those kinds of things. So I watched a lot of stuff like that.
Yeah.
E television, exclamation mark.
Yeah, with the red joint. The
What is it?
red, like the white letter with the red
Yeah,
exclamation mark.
yeah.
Yeah. So then how was, like, where did you get this idea of family then? Like, what shows do you think, like, molded that for you, I guess? Yeah, tough one?
Well, I watched The Cosby Show,
Oh, yeah, that'll do it to you for sure.
Fresh Prince.
Yeah. That was a kind of like a unique family. though,
Yeah.
too. Like, it was.
I didn't really watch, I'm trying to think, I didn't really watch too many family shows, but I think, what was that show with family living in San Francisco?
Family
White
Matters?
people.
No. Like,
With the twins, the Ashley.
Mary Kate and Ashley?
Yeah. What
Full
was that?
House?
Yeah, I watched that a lot,
yeah.
actually.
I was thinking, like, you might have watched Full House.
I think that one. And I don't know. Maybe I created this idea too of what
Yeah.
it should be like, but everything always comes from something.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
it might have been like what I've seen at school too.
Yeah, that's what I was about
And
to
maybe
say. Like,
books I might have read, which I
like-
don't remember, but it came from something for sure.
for sure. Like, I'm sure, like, people, like your friends at school had
friends.
dads.
Yeah, like
that
I grew
picked
up
them
I grew up around a lot of Filipino families.
Oh,
And they're very
very family
very
oriented.
family oriented. Yeah. So that might have been it too.
Yeah, that's Filipino people are great.
Yeah, they really are. I love the food too.
Yeah. So then, so your dad was moving around a lot.
Yeah.
He was stationed at home with your mom most of the time.
What do you mean?
Station-
I was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like, so you weren't moving.
No,
like your
yeah.
dad was.
We were in. Yeah.
How you think? Am I like laying on
I'm
your
gonna
head?
take. There's one piece. There's one piece. That's
I keep feeling
this
tuggy.
one is kind of
It's all
bothering me a
over-
little.
Oh, sorry. Are
now
you good
I'm
now?
fine. Yes.
Let's get it right. You good?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see how we're doing here. No, but like, so like, do you think there was any friction with your parents? Like, I mean, if you had grown up, you kind of felt away. Like, imagine your mom.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
No, it was very difficult for her. Like, this
Really?
is someone who is not from America,
Mm-hmm.
who is raising, a child in America,
Yeah.
and having to go to these American schools and like
Yeah.
maybe doesn't know how to help me with my homework or
Yeah.
communicate with certain teachers, and
Yeah.
there's a certain culture to the schools and things like that, or the American culture. So I'm sure it was really difficult for her, and she was really busy. Like, yeah, she would go to work, and then she's very active in her Buddhist activities. She did a lot of that after work and on weekends.
So what did she do, or what does she do?
What do you mean?
What was she working at?
Oh, she was working at Pioneer Speakers as a buyer.
Okay.
She would buy, like, I think at that time she would buy the plastic piece, that like suction plastic piece for the refrigerators.
What?
Does that make sense?
So there's a plastic
I guess Pioneer
piece?
Speakers made that.
Fridges
Yeah.
too?
Or not fridges, but that part.
Yeah. That's crazy, because I mean, it makes sense because they have like so many parts in their speakers that they can probably use for other
exactly.
things.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So she was a buyer and did that.
That is crazy.
But my mother, when she was young, like in her mid-20s, she was really interested in fashion and modeling. And so was doing that for a while.
You look like your mom or your dad?
I don't know, to be honest. People say I look like my mom. Some people say I look like my dad. Some people say I look like both of them. I'm not sure, to be honest. But I feel like I have my dad's mouth.
Really?
Yeah.
That's where you got that from?
I think so, yeah. And then the rest, I'm not sure. Maybe I have my mom's eyes.
Yeah. Isn't that so strange? Like, but it came from somewhere, though.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
But, but then, okay, so like then so were you by yourself a lot?
Yes.
I'm
an only child. Yeah. I'm an only child, but I have a half-sister who passed away when I was in high school from my dad's side. And then I have a half-brother on my mom's side who is like 20 years older than me. And he's full Japanese.
Just all
born and raised in
Japan?
A very like country town in Japan. And then my half-sister was in Michigan.
Yeah, so you got a lot of cultures going on.
Yeah, but I grew up as an only child.
Yeah.
And yes, I was by myself a lot.
What did you do?
I had a lot of friends though, but I wasn't really, I don't know if I wasn't allowed to, but I would say that I spent a lot of time by myself at home.
Like before it was like acceptable or not?
What do you mean?
Because remember it was like a big deal when like your parents left you. I mean,
left me by myself?
I mean, for me.
Oh, yeah.
I'm projecting onto you. I'm sorry.
Well, no, it's okay.
Like,
when I say I was by myself, I just mean like my mom would be home, but I would, be in my own space. Yeah, doing my own thing, which was mostly like listening to music, watching TV, singing along to songs that I love and obsessing over it.
Were you repeat type of person? Like you had that thing, like you used the repeat button on your CD player and stuff?
Like play the song over and over again?
Yeah. Like,
oh yeah.
You were?
Yes. And it was a lot of like B-side songs too. Yeah. But I was also the kind of person who would buy like the maxi single and sing over the instrumental.
Is that where like Good Morning, like that idea came from?
Yeah.
I was like, that's a very I remember buying those as like not a kid, but like I said my parents would buy them and stuff. But then like I would always be like, oh, this is the only song? I thought the whole album came out, man.
It's like it's kind of a tease a little bit.
Yeah.
Like with vinyl, it's definitely a tease.
Yeah.
But I I did it on purpose. Like I would buy maxi singles, knowing what I'm getting myself into, because I had a specific like agenda.
Yeah. So you just dove in on like one song, man. But then they also had the instrumentals and then like the vocals,
remix, the acapella.
Yeah. Yeah. Dang. So who were you Who's your favorite? Well, what do you listen to? R&B, rap.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
who would you gravitate towards?
So I liked Jermaine Dupri.
Really?
I loved him.
I did too.
Tamia, Brandy, Mariah,
Yeah.
Missy.
It comes out. You
Usher,
can definitely hear it.
Yeah.
90s R&B.
Yeah, a lot of 90s R&B.
So then like why though? Like was it what do you think was the reason why you gravitated toward them? You think it was the content?
I think it was the sound, like the style, the like bounce. I like a lot of bounce.
Yeah.
But I loved ballads too. Like I loved Toni Braxton.
Yeah.
I think it was like vocals for sure. Like just the emotions behind vocals, the harmonies, ad libs, backgrounds.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if it was really what they were saying that stuck out to me too. Yeah, I think it was just the delivery.
Yeah.
Even with like rap too, I think I love like flow.
Yeah.
And just like cadence, enunciations. Yeah, and then I think I love style too, and I think
visual, like what they were wearing and stuff, or like
what they're wearing, but just the style of music.
Okay.
And the unique like individual style, like you know, the distinction.
Yeah.
But like that, you know, like there's certain artists where like you know it's them. I love that uniqueness.
Yeah.
And I think nowadays what I'm learning more about myself, and I think I love how vulnerable and like, I don't know if it's confidence, but just, you know, I'm really learning like being an artist, you are just being yourself and you're expressing who you are. And it takes a lot of courage to do that.
It does.
And I think right now, I think that's what I love the most about these artists too. I think just having the courage to tell their story, or at least tell a story.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely. I think that's so necessary. Like I honestly think like whatever you put out, if you're not a little scared, I don't know if it's as honest as it needs to be. You know what I'm saying?
See, I didn't know that. Like, how can I say? Now that I'm like really getting to know myself more, and I'm like so scared a lot now.
Yeah.
Because it's like such a vulnerable place.
Yeah.
I didn't really realize that. I think before I was just sharing. On SoundCloud or whatever.
It was already curated to like to ears, you know? Like,
but I don't know. I was just like, ooh, I found this beat. I like it. Let me sing over it and then just put it out. There was no hesitancy. But for some reason right now, it's like I'm more like nervous. I think I've become a little more self-conscious.
Yeah, you're looking inwards a little bit.
Yeah, and I've been thinking, why did I become this way?
Yeah, I was about to ask, like, what's the catalyst for that?
I don't know.
What's done that for you?
I think the more you put yourself out there, the more people may give you feedback. Or, you know, living in this internet world, we have more social media where people are commenting on things talking about this, or there's other people who are doing certain things and you might compare yourself to them, and maybe there's more of a way to become more self-critical. You know, but everyone's different too, so those might be like my tendencies.
How do you react to like criticism? Do you think?
Well, I'm really sensitive.
Are you?
Yes. And I think growing up, I went to Japanese school and I was made fun of.
Why?
And then why? My hair,
it's
my
just
last
different.
name.
It's
just
different.
People were picking at certain shit. But
it's so funny that like No, it's not even funny, but it's so interesting that humans are like that. I think from the beginning, like if there's something that was different from us, like as a collective, we kind of like call it out and push it to the side. I think it's just like human behavior. It's so strange.
Yeah.
But the people saw your hair and is Rice really your last name?
Yes.
Wow, so you got the full government going, or what?
Rice, WRIC.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Even that in itself right there is very genuine.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, it's like your full on like government name, you know?
Yeah, I think it's simple. I just want to be simple. I don't know. Like even I never thought like, oh, what's the alias for me or something. I don't know what it would be, but I did call myself. Oh God, here we go. Baby Gohan, which is so. My dad actually made that name for me. Actually.
Really?
Yeah.
It's not from Dragon Ball Z?
No. What was that?
I didn't watch Dragon Ball Z like that, but I know that's a character in Dragon
Baby
Ball Z.
Gohan?
No, just Gohan.
Oh well, yeah, that means rice. So my dad, he made my first, I think like email was Baby Gohan.
Yeah.
So that was like
your dad made your email for you too?
Yeah.
It's totally to my dad. I still use it to this day too.
Oh, you do?
Yeah,
I don't use it.
That's my junk mail account.
Oh.
That's where, when people ask you if you like hip hop and stuff, and they want like to subscribe, want you to subscribe.
You use that?
No, that's just like where I tell them to go. Like
like
telemarketers and stuff. Like
yeah. Oh, I wish I had an
You gotta have the junk email, Joyce.
I don't have one. But I just don't want to. I wouldn't even want to give them an email.
Yeah, you're right. I'm too giving. I'm too like happy-go-lucky sometimes.
Oh, that's nice. No, I am too.
Yeah. But yeah, like, so you were. I'm like getting you off track.
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
So you at school, people would like they weren't nice to you? Is that what was going on?
No, they're just, I mean, sometimes, like, there were people at my Japanese school who make fun of me, like, guys.
Yeah.
So I think, and then, I don't know, maybe I feel like something happened to me. Maybe in my past life, and it's carried over. And I just, like, it's, like, subconscious, you know?
Yeah.
But... yeah, I can be really sensitive and like sometimes even painfully shy. Really? Yeah. Huh. It depends, like, I guess on the setting.
Yeah. Like for everyone. Like I'm the same way.
Oh, you are? You're shy?
I think as I'm old, like as a kid I was shy, but like as I got older I just am quiet. Like when there's like a lot of people around.
Yeah.
So, I just don't do well in crowds. But I feel like, I mean, and maybe it's learned behavior,
Yeah, I think it might be.
That you kind of like flourish in those situations.
I flourish?
Yeah, I think.
Situation?
Like crowd settings. I mean, let me go into projecting on you again. But like, I think you have a very distinct look, but it's also like a look that like, I feel like I've seen you before somewhere. You know what I mean? You ever get that? Like you have a familiar face.
Do you mean like, well, we have similar friends. So do you mean like you've probably seen me at another event or something? No,
like just like even if I saw you for the first time, I'd be like, did I know her growing up?
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you ever have those people that you see and they just like look real familiar? No? I'm the only one here.
Yeah, I think you are. I don't know if I've had that.
No?
No.
I'm saying that's what it is for me, at least. But
like sometimes you meet people where you're like,
did we know each other at some point?
Or maybe you knew someone similar to them?
Yeah. That could be it.
Yeah, I haven't had that.
But I just, so like in situations where there are a lot of people, do you feel comfortable?
It depends. Most of the time, I'm very comfortable. Like, I love to be by myself. And I will go places by myself.
Yeah, yeah.
If my friend's DJing, like, I'll go there by myself sometimes. If there's a show that I really want to see, I'll go there by myself. I think there's certain settings. I think I have a tendency of feeling not good enough or like lesser. Really? But if I'm like around people who have maybe accomplished certain things that I have, like, or they're at a certain level in their career, I think sometimes I'm intimidated and I will be kind of like shy or like maybe kind of shut down. Not shut down, but just that's when maybe I'll feel like, oh, I don't know if I should be here. You
almost have like an imposter syndrome.
Yeah, I kind of can self-sabotage.
Yeah.
Which I'm working on. But it's great that I know it, I think. But so in that way, I think I can be very shy.
Self-sabotage. I'm still trying to like see how that is for you.
Or like maybe the way I talk to myself. Like, or the voices.
Oh, shit. What's the tone you talk to yourself in? Is it condescending?
Not condescending, and it's not really like, or talk to myself, but sometimes I'm just like, ugh, that wasn't a good idea. You know, or
that sounds like
fed up.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm definitely, I feel you.
I kind of call that self-sabotaging.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a bit extreme, but literally, like, if I'm just being black and white, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But so I think in that way I can be shy. I'm kind of shy too, like, you know, as a performer. Like, really? Or if people are like, oh my God, I love your music. Or, you know, when I get compliments. Sometimes I feel a bit embarrassed or just like uncomfortable.
Are you like the change the subject type?
Yeah, or I'll just be like, what's your name? Or like,
you know, that is very true.
You know?
That's very true, because I was just telling you about your song that came out, and it went into a whole different...
You're right. I do the
same thing. I know exactly.
Negative, you're right.
No, I do the same. I know exactly where that's coming from. It's crazy.
I have to work on that.
Same here.
Or I would like to work on it. I don't have to do anything, but I would like to work on that, because I think, you know, at the end of the day, I should have appreciation.
For that moment.
And be grateful. Find joy in everything.
Yeah, I'm definitely like, if someone says, oh, I really like that song, it's like, it's crazy. I sampled it from here, and then like, this is the thing that like, it was, I just changed it to like the whole aspect of like how it got to, it's very practical. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not anything that I did.
I see, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
I feel you. Yeah.
I feel like you might do the same thing.
I kind of do that too, yeah. Or I think, so for me, like, how can I say this? I, like, me doing music, like, that's one of the things I like to do, and it's something that I decided to do after I graduated college, and it wasn't a very easy decision for me, because I wanted to go into teaching, like special needs students or special needs people, because I felt like music it's a hobby, and I felt like it's not something that you can
do seriously
because it's so competitive.
Yeah.
But then I was like, you know what?
Who told you that?
That's true too. I think maybe my parents might have told me that.
It's always them. They're always the culprit, man.
Well, it's, I learned that they want to protect you.
It's exactly. But
it's not very healthy, I don't think. Because then you might live a life for someone else and then really regret it.
Man, this is a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I decided to move to LA after I graduated. and my parents were not happy about
Not
it.
having it.
No, and I didn't know anybody. I didn't have any money. I didn't have a car, and you kind of need a car in LA.
Yeah.
But I was so determined, like, yes, I'm going to do it. I was really hungry. I met a lot of great people.
Yeah.
And, like, I feel like whenever I meet people who are just like, I love your music,
Yeah.
I always kind of like to, or they're just like, you're so amazing. Or, I always try to make the subject about, like, what are you working towards? You know, like, what are your dreams? And
Just
how
take
can
it off
we do
me.
it together? Yeah. I tend to do that too.
Yeah.
But I think I genuinely do, like, I think a part of me feels shy and I don't want to talk about myself.
Absolutely.
But then I think a part of me too, like, I think that's kind of a goal of mine with why I do what I do. Because I really want others to follow, like, or just go, like, tap into interests that they have or whatever.
Within themselves.
Yeah. I don't know why I just went into that. Was that answering your question?
Hey, but what? I forgot what the question was.
I think it was kind of like me saying...
Who cares about the question?
That's
I like
right.
where you're at.
You're right.
I'm like on your hair again.
No, it's okay. But I think... like, a part of me feeling uncomfortable with compliments, I also like to change the direction, like, not about me, but like, what about you? Like, what is your journey? Like, what are you doing too?
Yeah.
But I also do it, I guess, because that's kind of the impact I want to have on the artist too.
I feel you. It's almost like, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, because I feel the same. Like, I feel like when I'm talking about me, it's embarrassing.
Yeah, and I think for Japanese culture, that is a tendency that we have.
That's true.
Like
you're Japanese.
Like, it's a very homogenous society, and
a lot of respect.
Yes, respect your elders, and like, don't stand out, but it's like.
But.
It's like.
It's very structured. It's very
like
you go to work, you do this, you don't have. It's almost like you don't have a personality.
Yeah, it's a whole. It's not very individual.
Yeah,
individual. What is the word? Individualist.
We can we roll with that one right there. But then it also shows in the art, because I really admire Japanese art too, like in all aspects, from like their contemporary art to their music. Especially their jazz. Like, I'm just like a fan of their jazz from the 70s. I just finished a film where it was inspired by a lot of Japanese.
Oh, you made it?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like a little fashion film.
Oh.
And but yeah, I just find it very inspiring, and I think that's usually where there's like a maybe an unhealthy amount of suppression. Yeah, for sure. Comes like the best art, and it's like the human condition, I guess. And it, there's the sides of it that are kind of dark and sad. But then like the outcome, I mean, being on the other side when you're consuming the art is just like, wow, this is crazy.
Yeah, that's so true.
So like, I mean, it makes sense for you, especially coming from that culture, because it sounds like, your early years, you're kind of like, you kind of dove real deep into like your Japanese culture and stuff.
Yeah, like, I mean, I grew up with my mom.
Yeah, so that's kind of like all you knew, especially going to like a Japanese school too. I mean,
I went to Japanese school for 5 years. Yeah.
Yeah, for 5 years. What?
First to fifth grade.
Then after that, you went.
Oh no, I didn't want to be in that school. I was like, Mom,
you're gonna have to make some changes.
Yeah, I feel so terrible. Like, my mom was like, okay, I want you to go to Japanese school every Saturday. And it was like learning science, math,
science,
like literacy, like everything. Yeah. It was like going to school, but like it's all in Japanese.
Do you speak another language?
I speak Japanese.
Really?
And it's like, it's not like I can't work for a company.
Yeah.
You know, because like Japanese people are very, very strict, I think, when it comes to talking to your elders and just like being professional.
Yeah.
So there's almost like another language to that. And I don't know it very well. So I cannot work in a company right now. Maybe I'll learn it in the future. But I speak good, like not casual Japanese, but conversational Japanese.
Yeah.
But I also, I was very fortunate, like my mom made sure that we would visit Japan once a year since I was like out of her womb.
Yeah.
And up until high school.
That's really important.
Yeah. So I feel like I was very immersed into like Japanese culture.
Yeah.
And then thankfully I visited my family in Michigan too.
Yeah.
So.
You got both sides pretty locked in then.
Yeah.
How about, so what is the Japanese side of Buddhism then?
Well, there's so many different sects of Buddhism.
Yeah.
This particular one is Nichiren Buddhism, and it's practiced with a Japanese Buddhist organization called the Soka Gakkai.
Okay.
And it's been like shared all over the world now. So it's practiced in like just all over.
Yeah.
And so this form of Buddhism is by like there's 3 Japanese philosophers, and basically it's about, I guess, being happy and like knowing what's absolute happiness and relative happiness.
Gotcha.
And taking responsibility for your life and changing your karma.
Gotcha.
I don't know if...
No, I'm like, that's a lot to dive.
That's a lot,
No, but in a good way.
And we do it through chanting.
Really?
Yes.
There's so much, like, it's a lot, but it's a lot of good stuff. So like, I'm trying to like, so what's the difference between absolute happiness and relative happiness?
So absolute is just, I feel like despite what your circumstances are or whatever life throws at you,
like you're good.
You're like, okay, like I'm gonna change my situation, or I'm gonna find value in this and transform it.
Yeah.
And relative is more so like materialistic things or just shit that like can be gone at any moment.
Yeah.
You know, but it may, like, you know, having an apartment, like that makes you happy, but it'll go. Yeah. So.
Wow. So it sounds like you want to focus on absolute happiness.
Yeah, I really want that. And the older I get, I'm like the older I get, I'm exploring like what that means for me and what do I want? Like I could die tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know?
And do you feel at peace with that? Like,
yeah, exactly. Like I want to be on my deathbed, like no shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Yeah. If you die tomorrow, would that happen?
No. Or like if I die tomorrow, I would have some shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But I think overall, I'm very proud of myself, like the life I lived. But
so far,
like there, like every day, there are certain things where I'm like, okay, Joyce, when are you gonna muster up the courage to do this and this? Because this is how you want to die, so it'll happen any moment. When are you going to do that? So, there's certain things I'm like escaping.
Okay, so your inner voice sounds like your inner mother.
Yeah. Okay,
that's
Joyce.
how you talk. Yeah, like condescending mother. That's like you should know better.
Yeah, that was condescending. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's cool. I mean, I think we all need that. It gets you get stuff done, but
it holds me accountable.
Exactly.
And I need that.
Yeah, exactly. Who else is gonna keep you accountable?
Exactly.
But yourself.
Yeah.
So, I feel you, because like if I died tomorrow, I think my voice in my head is always like, don't fuck this up, because I got like more stuff to do.
Yeah.
So it's just like, yeah, I'm pretty condescending to myself too.
Yeah.
But I guess for like religions, would you call it what you have going on?
Yeah, it's a religion.
Okay.
Like a way of life.
Yeah. But with like certain habits and customs that you follow. So. Yeah. But I guess like usually the biggest division in religions is like what happens after death. Like what happens?
You're reborn.
Okay. So
you might be a table. Yeah. You might be a fly. You might be you might be like your mom's sister or something.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
I believe in that.
Do you think what you do now, is that essentially what karma is, or like what you do now?
Karma, like changing your karma.
Yeah, I'm just like very illiterate in this. So
No.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still learning. I'm learning so much, so no. Yeah. But with changing your karma, what I meant was like you have certain tendencies.
Yeah.
Like really deep tendencies that you might not transform or change in this lifetime. Like, but it's something maybe that's carried on. And I think for me, this is very honest and like just, I guess, very personal. But for me, I think my deep like karma, like something I'm really challenging is to really believe in myself and just be fully myself. And like embrace who I am and be okay with like vulnerability and humiliation.
Yeah.
I think for me, like as a child, I was just very self-conscious, and there's certain things I want to do, but I'm so afraid of being judged by people. Yeah. So I think I feel like that's my karma, like my, I guess, mission in this lifetime.
Wow. Okay.
I think that's my what I have to challenge.
So I mean, I think what all lifestyles and like religions do a great job at, and it's like finding purpose in this life. And I think it's beautiful to hear that like you found yours. You know, it's like my dad just said a phrase the other day. He was like he said not leaving anything on the table. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like when you pass on to the next one, like you want to be happy with, like, you don't want to have any regrets or anything and stuff.
Yeah.
But like, so I have you identified like what's keeping you from doing that, I guess? Is
I mean, like myself and the stories I create. Okay. Like, yeah. I feel like I get in my own way. Yeah. I create stories. Yeah. Of like what could happen.
Disastrous stories or something? Like,
or just like, yeah, I don't know. Like, maybe so-and-so is going to think this.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know why I am that way. Maybe it's something that I experienced, or maybe it's something from my parents. Yeah. You know?
Yeah. Who knows? Yeah, sure. You can. I mean,
but I think that I get in my own way.
Yeah. I feel like we all do too.
Yeah.
Like I remember, like probably a couple years ago, I made it a point to like get out of my own way too. And I'm still trying to do that now.
Yeah.
Like it's like a long, drawn out process.
Yeah.
But do you think you can be yourself in every situation?
I think so.
You don't sound confident in that.
Well, yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Okay.
I guess what I was more so thinking is like, ooh, my stomach, sorry.
No, it's all good.
Like,
Are you
for
hungry?
example, sometimes, there's this thing like fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
So when I think about that,
And
and like,
it's like a clash, huh?
huh?
It's like a clash
Yeah,
for your
like,
success. In a
but
way.
then I feel like there is some, like, you can be genuine at doing that.
Yeah.
Like, if I have to perform, like, I'm terrified sometimes.
Yeah.
But then I just go up there and
Yeah.
be like,
And you start
you
grooving.
got this. Yeah,
You love dancing, don't you?
I do, but I'm shy too, though. So
Yeah.
it's like certain times where I'm
It's
like
like a-
not in the zone,
Yeah.
and then certain times I'm like, oh, just go,
When do you feel like the most yourself then? Like when do you like, obviously
I guess
by
maybe
yourself.
I like dancing at parties,
Yeah, you do.
but it's like, okay, everyone else dance too.
Yeah. Now everybody just look at me.
Yeah, like being on stage, I'm like, oh, I feel so. But then there's times like where I'll have a glass of wine, or like, I'll just take a shot and then I'll go
Yeah.
up and like feel loosened up a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know how healthy that is because I'm depending on something, but
I mean, as long as you're conscious about it.
yeah, exactly. So in that way, I'm able to do it. But I'm more so working on just. I feel like when you're on stage or wherever, like you just think you can also think of it as just sharing your story and allowing people, and just you're welcoming them in your room.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have to use the restroom.
Go for it.
Okay. So I'm gonna clip this off.
Yeah, go for it.
Thank you.
Cool.
That's a long time.
It is a long time. You wanna help me clap us in?
What?
Wanna help me clap us in?
Yeah.
So like, I'll just say one. When I say one, we'll just clap.
Okay.
Because it helps me like get the audio right.
Okay.
All right, you ready? 3, 2, 1.
Oops.
You was quick, man. It's all good. We got the idea though.
Okay.
So how we feeling?
Great. I like talking.
Do you?
Or I like having conversations like this.
Yeah.
Even though sometimes it can get deep, or
Is there something wrong? Is that bad?
there's not yeah. There's not bad.
Oh, you know what? Hold on. I think we're gonna have to clap again. I
Okay.
forgot to hit record. I said we're gonna have to clap again. I forgot to hit record.
Oh, that's fine. Probably need to. Okay.
3, 2, 1. We still off, but it's all good.
Was I early?
I think I was early this time.
Oh, I was trying to catch up.
But okay, so you were saying, so there is nothing wrong with having like deeper conversations, you think?
No, there's nothing wrong, but with my scary nature,
Yeah, you scared. You scared, man.
I think
I'm scary too.
it's
though.
like it can get uncomfortable,
Yeah,
or
real foreign.
yeah.
What do you think?
That's all.
Do you want to talk about the most? Do you want to talk about like the topic that scares you the most?
I don't know what
You don't
topic
know?
that would be.
You don't know?
What topic that would be?
What do you think about a lot? Like,
Well, I think maybe something that makes me uncomfortable.
yeah,
So maybe like, I think we already talked about it, but like maybe my fears or things, I think like when you have to be vulnerable with
Yeah,
someone,
yeah.
for me, that's uncomfortable. Or like,
Well, what's what's the most vulnerable?
or showing yourself completely. That, for me, that's a bit, I guess.
Very scary.
Yeah, I guess
I'm on
because
your hair again.
it's okay. It's not uncomfortable.
It's very scary.
I think for me, I don't know what it is. I guess I care too much about what other people think.
Yeah. Have you ever been in a relationship before?
Surprisingly, yes.
Surprisingly?
Only because, like, the more that I haven't been in too many. And growing up, I was like, I don't want to date. I don't want to be interrupted. Because I don't want to be emotionally
What were you
interrupted.
Interrupted from what?
But what I mean is, like, you know, when you're vulnerable with someone, you can't control your emotions.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I think growing up,
You wanted that control.
I want to do well in school. I was a dancer, so I wanted to do my dancing, and and I didn't want to risk maybe being hurt, and I didn't want to risk maybe changing, like becoming a different person or growing. I was afraid to grow.
Yeah.
I mean, some people might not look at it as growing, but you are.
There's so much growth that happens.
Yeah. And I think I wasn't ready for that. I was too afraid.
So when did you first start dating then?
When I was in high school, there's one guy I dated.
What year?
Oh, jeez, my memory is not good. Maybe like...
Was it a long...
It might have been junior year.
Okay.
Junior or sophomore. Actually, I think sophomore.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, you was in a rhythm in high school. I feel like sophomore year, that's when you really got your rhythm.
Yeah, I guess so.
Freshman year, everybody's trying to figure it out.
That's true. You're right.
Sophomore year, you got
a little established.
Yeah, you got people younger than you. Got some people that are older. You know, it was a good spot to really get going.
Yeah.
So sophomore year, you got the wind beneath you.
Yeah, there was this guy. His name was Christian. He used to call himself Pinky.
That's different from Christian. Why did he call himself Pinky?
I don't remember, but that's something I remember on MySpace.
It appealed to you, though.
Yeah, not that.
What's your taste like? Like, what was Christian looking like? What was your first like?
He was Filipino.
Okay.
He was. I think he was a dancer too.
Oh.
Yeah.
So he was in your world already.
Yeah. I think I was attracted to him because he was a good dancer.
So, were you guys serious at all? Like, how long did this go?
No, it wasn't serious. I think it was just a few months. I honestly do not remember. Like,
dang, Christian's like it's in the past, man.
Yeah, I don't remember much.
You think he'll watch?
But it wasn't serious at all. I think we just maybe kissed and that's it.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it was too long either.
Kissing can be serious.
I guess that's serious. Yeah, for that time it is serious.
Yeah. That was your first kiss?
And that's true, yeah. Huh?
Was that your first kiss?
No.
Okay. What was your first kiss like? Was it on the mouth?
My first kiss was, I think, junior high school.
Oh.
A guy friend that I was pretty close to, he always had a crush on me, but I didn't have any feelings for him. We were sitting at the park, and he just went in and kissed me.
What did you do though?
I was like
push back? Or
yeah, I was like, I'm not having that. Because I wasn't attracted to him.
Yeah.
I feel so bad, but...
Poor guy.
That was my first kiss.
Dang.
Yeah.
It was taken from you, was it?
Exactly.
It wasn't even like a... So what's the real first kiss then, when you was all in too?
I think that, my real first kiss was when I was dating someone in college.
Really?
Yeah, I think I was like 20. That was my real first kiss.
And were you like, hurry up and do it, or like, were you...
I don't remember.
Anxious about it?
I don't remember.
You know...
I don't even remember where it was.
Dang. Why do you have a bad memory? Do you have a bad memory?
I do. I have a terrible
What's up,
memory.
man?
Maybe it's selective.
Yeah,
Shit, I don't know.
I know.
But I kind of have a bad memory. That I don't remember.
So then, what's the most memorable relationship? Then? How many relationships have you had? Like
2.
2, and are they?
One was in college, which was kind of like superficial, long distance.
Oh.
And then the other one was last year.
Fresh wound.
Very fresh.
Jeez. Now I'm trying to decide if we should go down that route or if we should.
I'm open.
Man, what do I think? Okay, we can see what's up. I guess, what did you learn the most from that relationship?
What did I learn? I guess I learned about vulnerability. And I learned how to interact and I guess love and just partnership, and what I want and who I am. And yeah, I don't know. That was like that. I think that was really my first time. I consider that my first relationship. Like, yeah.
Because it was that.
Like we were in the same city. And it was almost like not being married, but we were with each other a lot. I spent a lot of time with him.
So how'd you learn about vulnerability from that? Like,
well, like there was someone that I was dating prior to this relationship, and I was too afraid to be myself, and I just would not let him in to like who I am. And I'm sure it was very frustrating for him, and I just was so guarded. And I think it was because prior to that, I experienced my first like breakup and rejection.
Oh yeah, that takes a toll.
Yeah. So with my ex-boyfriend, I was really attracted to him, and I knew that I had to, like, in order to get to know each other and like build a healthy relationship, I have to like be myself, or like I want to be myself with someone I'm going to be very intimate with, and someone really who means a lot to me. And I would want them to do the same too. So I really had to like win over myself and like have courage to be that way. So it was very uncomfortable, but I was so proud, you know, and sorry, I'm like blanking out now. No, I don't know why. I had to just take the leap and risk maybe him not wanting to be with me. So even if the more he's getting to know who I am.
Yeah. So it was a choice that you made yourself, or was that environment already set up for you to be yourself in the relationship?
Oh, that's interesting. You're asking that, because what does that mean? Like, in an environment that's set up for me to be vulnerable. So are you saying like, is this person like maybe sensitive to that?
Yeah, I mean, I think for someone to be vulnerable, I think just human behavior, we have to make sure that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it takes a tremendous amount of like self-will to just go into a place or like a situation and just be like, here I am, you know, without having that reassurance that like you can do that and still be fine.
Yeah.
So I'm asking, like, was he sensitive towards that? Like, was he sensitive, like, in hearing you and, like, not judging you off of what you're saying?
Very sensitive.
Yeah, that's cool.
But also, too, yeah, he actually, I mean, I guess I don't know if he was judging me or not. But I mean, you know. Yeah, like,
we all do.
You're right, yeah. But he was very sensitive.
Yeah.
And I think what helps is you can tell when someone is being themselves too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like you can feel it.
Yeah, yeah.
And so he was very, like, much himself. So maybe that's what helped, like, kind of got me in the zone
opened the
too.
door for you.
Yeah.
No, that's really cool.
Yeah. So it was, I guess it was there. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad, like, you learned from it, though. Like,
Yeah.
it sounds like you learned a lot about yourself.
I did. I think, you know, that was a really beautiful experience that I had to go through. And maybe that was some of what needed to be learned.
Yeah, I think that's it ties directly with your karma.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, so definitely I think it was dang. So I just wrote about that.
Oh, where?
In that film I was talking about, like the Japanese, like
The fashion?
Yeah.
Oh.
So like I just don't feel. I feel like every relationship has its purpose. Like a failed relationship doesn't mean. I mean, like a breakup in a relationship, an ended relationship doesn't mean a failed relationship. You know what I mean? So like, I think, you know, every interaction has something to teach you from it and stuff. And,
Yeah.
And it's really up to you to like really memorialize that and grasp onto what that lesson was.
Yeah, I agree. And I think when I changed my perspective and it became like that, I became more open to being interrupted.
Yeah. So you interrupted right now, man.
What?
Are you interrupted right now? Like, so.
You mean post, like, the relationship?
Yeah,
after
like,
the relationship?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
It's a good distraction.
Yeah.
Especially if we're getting more of you. Like, I think I just want everyone to be like themselves. Like, it's just, it's too much energy to not be, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's ever like, I don't know if it's ever achievable, but I think, you know, the effort is what counts, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
What's the latest thing you learned about yourself? Like, did you learn anything yesterday about yourself? Or are you like, dang, I did not know that about me?
Okay, let me see. Yesterday, what did I do? Okay. What did I learn about myself yesterday? I learned that this is gonna sound really, really strange.
I'm all for it. I'm all ears. I'm excited. Actually, I'm on the edge
This
of my
might be
seat.
really random. I learned, so when we say learned about ourselves,
Yeah.
do you mean, is there something specific? Because maybe the answer that I have is like a realization of my future.
I am so ready for that. Let's go.
That's fine.
Let's go.
I think this is gonna sound so strange.
Oh my, you're a
Is
great
it-
storyteller. Like, I'm at the cusp of like trying to find out your realization.
Is it like something I learned about myself? Like, oh, Joyce is this way? Or
I'm afraid to even answer that because I don't want you to change.
You just want it to be whatever I think.
I don't want you to change your answer.
Okay, fine. Well, this is, I guess mine is more so a realization. Okay?
Okay.
I think I'm going to have 3 children.
Dang.
With 3 different people.
3 different people? No.
Yeah, I don't know why. Is that random?
No.
Okay. But I don't know. When you asked me that, that's something that I did think about or realize yesterday.
Why did you think
or not
that?
realize, but I don't know. I was talking about marriage the other day.
Is that
yesterday?
Is that for you? Marriage?
Just, oh yeah. Well, like, yeah. What's gonna happen to me?
Yeah.
And then I don't know. I just felt like maybe this is gonna be my life.
Yeah.
Later.
Wait, like 3 children, 3 different people?
Yeah, maybe that's like.
Why do you think that's strange? Like, why?
Or no, I'm saying strange because maybe that's not the answer, like what you were looking for.
Nah, that's perfect.
Okay.
But so you don't think that's strange at all?
It's
not conventional for sure.
Yeah, it's not. It's unconventional.
But why is it unconventional to us?
Because there was certain structure.
Yeah, I think it's a safety thing.
What?
I think it comes down to safety. I think we like only having one mate.
Oh yeah.
I mean, just going back to like our vulnerability thing. It's a lot to like give up that amount of like yourself to one person. So like now you have a child with somebody, which I mean, I'm assuming you're gonna love and care for, right? They're gonna be like a huge deal to you. Now you're doing that with 3 other people. No, I'm not trying to like deter. I'm just trying to figure out why this is not more conventional.
Well, I see. Yeah.
I think that's why we. But I mean, we're in 2019 now. You know, I think it's just like an older way of thinking.
Yeah.
You know?
I didn't say that was strange.
What, the conventional way?
Or no, like.
Oh no, like the having the 3 different.
Yeah.
No,
but
I
that's
know,
also because I'm born. I feel like I'm living in a different time. Obviously.
You're like in what year? 2000, 3000?
What?
Are you in 2000 or 3000s?
What are you talking about?
Are you in the future? No.
Am I in the future?
Well, you're just saying like you're not.
I'm saying that like my parents grew up in a time where everything was like controlled and structured a certain way.
And you're not from that time.
Yeah.
I thought you were.
But
like,
I'm
from
talking
space.
No.
I'm like 3,000 years ahead of you.
No, yeah, I'm like, wait, what? Yeah, I don't know. That's something that I've been exploring or like thinking about. Because I think a part of me, I feel like I'm going to be single for maybe the rest of my life. I don't know. I don't know.
But I don't compatible? Like, do you not get along with people?
I think I get along with people, but I don't know.
You have a very specific, intimate life.
Maybe I like my space, and then maybe, I don't know, I think the type of people I attract, they like their space too. I don't know. Just, there's always been like that vision.
Yeah. That you might just be.
That I might just be like.
A solo mission
maybe,
person.
Yeah, maybe. I have no idea. I also cannot imagine myself being with someone forever. But maybe I think that way because I haven't seen that amongst like my friends' parents or
you haven't got
other people.
An example of that.
Yeah, exactly.
Of that working.
Yeah, so that's something I learned about myself.
That's cool. I'm glad you offered us that answer.
Yeah.
All right, let's get you out of here.
Are we done?
No, I mean, at 3:10, you got to.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Last question.
Okay.
What is something the world doesn't know about you but should? I think you just answered that, honestly.
What, right now?
Yeah.
That noise?
No, that too.
What I just said?
Yeah, with your three.
Oh God!
You just came up with that yesterday. Or have you told anybody that?
Oh, I was talking about it at breakfast today.
Oh yeah.
And my friends were just like, "Oh God." They were saying how I'm gonna be like the aunt that they don't want their kids to be around.
No,
just because I have these, probably because I have like these, like you said, unconventional.
No, I have an aunt like that. Like that's like you, or like a family friend, and she's cool as fuck.
Yeah, like I might be telling their kids some
crazy,
not crazy, but just like
some real shit.
Yeah,
like,
that maybe, yeah, maybe you don't want them to indulge in those. They might think like, oh, well, maybe I'm gonna do that too, or whatever.
You're gonna be the aunt that like, nah, they gotta get high with me first for their first time.
They what?
They gotta get high with me first for the first time.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Or get like you have those relatives that are like they're just really open.
Yeah, I love that.
I know.
I really like that.
I think everybody needs one of those people in their life.
Yeah, because sometimes, I mean, I've met parents who are really great at like talking to their kids as if they're just like another human being. It's not even like, I wouldn't say it like they're an adult, but just, not talking to them with that baby voice or, you know what I mean? They just are very real with their kids, which I think is great.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's how I'm going to be. I hope I am.
Yeah.
You never know till you're in the moment, but like...
True.
But like, I don't want to like baby talk my... Like, I want to like... I really think they're going to be like science experiments. Well, not like science experiments, but like... I'll be like, so how you feel about that, man?
Yeah, I think those are so great because I'm going to be honest, like I didn't experience that growing up.
Yeah, me neither.
So, and I don't know, I feel like maybe I would know myself more.
Yeah.
But I think it's important for kids to reflect and like develop.
Express
how to express themselves or how they look at things.
Yeah. I think we have a lot to learn from them too. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, that question went south.
What?
I said that question went south. What all right, so no, I got the perfect scenario. All right. Here's the scenario, all right? You wake up in the morning, or you're not in a rush or anything, right? But are you brush your teeth before you shower type of person?
This is so funny. I'm a brush my teeth in the shower kind of
person. Dang. There is a small percentage of people like that.
I love doing that.
Why? Like,
I don't know. I think it's like killing
two birds with one stone.
Yeah.
Peter said we can't say that anymore.
I know. I just thought about that too. I'm like, come on.
That's crazy. What did it say? Like feeding? No, I forgot.
What's the alternative? Yeah. No. It's okay.
Yeah,
it's fine.
It's not even use brain power.
It's just come on. I think
it's too much, huh?
I mean, I don't know. I love dogs.
You love Rottweilers.
I do. But I think it's okay. But yes, I brush my teeth in the shower. But I also don't do that. But I don't. There's no routine. Like before.
Oh, that's cool. So you're free of like repetition in that realm, I guess. Okay, so going in this scenario, this is not the punchline on it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you're going, or you grab your toothbrush, you're going in the shower, turn on the shower, it's warm. You feel it with the back of your hand. You gotta feel it with the back of your hand because like the other side is just like, it doesn't feel the same way, right?
Oh, I never done that.
Like the back of your hand, that's where you get the real sensation.
Oh,
like
I've never done that.
Well, now you know.
Wow.
So then you do that, right? You feel it's a good temperature. It's nice and warm. Right when you're about to step in, you need to go pee. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? Tell me right now.
I'm hopping out to go pee.
Oh, you're going to waste valuable warm water.
Yeah, well, I'm the kind of person who uses the bathroom before I go in the shower. And so I let the water run for a while.
Warm up a little bit.
Yeah.
Dang.
And sometimes I need to get in the shower right away because there are times where I let the water run and then I start doing some other shit. This is really bad. And then it's cold.
Oh, you wasted all the hot water.
I know. I'm sorry.
Dang.
I need to just get the job done and then move on. But there's sometimes I do that. But I will say I do conserve water because when I'm, I don't know, like scrubbing my body or putting shampoo or conditioner in or detangling my hair, I always turn the water off.
Oh.
So I needed to say that to make up for
redeem yourself?
my bad habit of letting the water run and handling some other shit.
For the record, I'm peeing in the shower, man.
You are?
I'm peeing in the shower. I don't care.
And that's fine.
No, my fiance does not like that.
Yeah.
She does not like that. I'm just like, you gotta let it go, man. Like,
It's
you gonna hop out the
true.
shower? What? I hate having an uncomfortable shower.
Yeah, I know. I feel you.
Like, I don't want to be holding my pee in the shower, you know?
That's true.
Listen, man, that's just me.
I guess maybe I'll try that next time.
Damn. It's different for women. It might be a splash, like it's not a stream, is what I'm saying. Yeah.
This is funny.
Yeah, it is. Well,
That's funny that was a question that you wanted to.
I just wanted to know. We needed to know that. The world needed to know.
The world, now you know, world. Joyce is going to try that.
Yeah, try it tomorrow. Like, don't even hop in.
Okay.
Wait till you need to go pee. And
just
then,
go.
Yeah. Well, thank you for doing this.
Thank you for having me. I really enjoyed it.
It was a great time.
It was nice
I feel like I got to know you a little bit more.
Yeah, you know me very, well, I feel like. I think being in LA, people don't have conversations, really, or it's just kind of like, what do you do? Or maybe I'll talk to you because I know what you do.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so it's refreshing to have dialogue about anything.
Just talk. Just chat it up. Yeah.
So thank you for the opportunity.
No, thank you. All right, you want to clap us out?
So.
Are we going to do it? All right. 3, 2, 1. Oh, that was good.
Yay!
That was